Today marks 1533rd day of daily lessons, daily reflections. And today was reflecting how how do you know if someone will succeed or fail? You're not able to guarantee 100%. There's nothing guaranteed in life 100%. But I think that you can get uncomfortably close who will get there, who will succeed at some point, because you can go through seasons, terrible seasons, and then at the end of the day win, and you can go pretty good seasons and end up losing. So today we'll share a couple of things, five things probably, that the things that separates people who succeed, and then there's probably four or five that separates people who really do not succeed and fail. And I think that failure is, at the end of the day, is just quitting. You don't fail until you quit. So number one, people who succeed is that they take ownership without drama. And again, this is one of the most beautiful things, one of the best examples is that when you own a house, when you own apartment, you will fix it. You will make sure that you'll take care of it. If you rent someplace, you will neglect it. You don't have full responsibility of making sure that this apartment, this house, is in the highest possible spot. And I think that sometimes when people really don't take ownership, people say it's not fair. And I think that when you catch yourself saying not fair, again, this is creating drama. You are blaming someone. And I think that the moment that you start to blame someone, you give away your power. And again, people succeed, they take ownership. They take responsibility, they respond with ability. And when you want to respond with ability, it means you develop yourself to get there. And the more that they really love is accountability as well. Stay accountable for what you said that you will be accountable for. Number two, they do boring work when no one is watching. This is beautiful. They do the work when no one is watching. Because I think that, again, when you're able to look into ourselves, it's like, how do you operate when you're on your own? Do you give your best? Or do you give your best only when someone's watching? And I think that you can develop that power to really do the right thing, even though there's no one looking. One of the biggest things that I said that people who are followers of Christ, or who have a belief in transcendence and more than themselves, they realize that there is always someone watching you. At that moment, because you understand that someone is watching you all the time, at that moment you perform better. But I think that we need to understand that sometimes when you really understand how important is something that you work on, even though no one's watching, you know that your dedication is worthy of your 100% effort, even though no one is watching. And I guess this is, again, one of the things that really separates successful people and people who fail, because people who fail do the right thing only when they are accountable by other people. Number three, they respond to feedback instead of defending their ego. This is extremely important. So it means one of the best shortcuts in succeeding in life is asking for feedback, not being afraid, because nobody likes feedback. But successful people, even though that they don't want feedback, they don't like feedback, they might be uncomfortable, but they seek it because I know that feedback will make them better, and that is one of the fastest and the shortest way to get better, to become the best version of you, to really achieve success through feedback. And if you see yourself that you defending and you making excuses, I'm guilty of that as well. I'm guilty of that because I used to make excuses. I used to thought that I explained myself, but I realized when I'm explaining myself, I rather investing my time to really think about what they could do better, I really thinking how to defend myself. And again, it's insane to think about it. That we sometimes want to defend ourselves rather than growing ourselves and really looking for ways how to, other words, repent for mistakes and really do the right thing next time. That's much more important than all the excuses. Number four, they delay gratification consistently. That means that they delay gratification. That means they're able to really say that I do the right thing right now, even though they will not get results immediately. Because I think the majority of people who fail, they want immediate results. So I did something, I did the trick, I want to get the reward. But people who succeed, they're able to do the right thing without receiving any kind of result. And I think that's very beautiful when you have like massive success, massive vision that you're looking for to achieve, and being able to really break that down to smaller ones, smaller goals, smaller aspirations. So now you're able to achieve it, and that's delayed gratification becomes smaller because now you're able to have some kind of small steps, milestones that you achieve on a consistent basis. But again, delayed gratification is something that separates successful people. Number five, they keep moving after emotional hits. This is extremely important. I think one of the biggest things that I learned is that we need to allow ourselves to give emotions time to heal, to grieve, to go through things. But I think that's we need to give ourselves specific time. So let's say that it depends on what kind of emotion you hit. Like it could be a small one or a big one. So if a small one, like you allocate, say I will be 24 hours as miserable as I could be. 24 hours. I will be depressed. I will be disappointed. I will be angry. I will be all the kind of person. 24 hours. But after those 20 hours, I will be back. I will be on the game again. I think those kind of rules helps. But say, let's say that that's 24 hours went by and you do not feel that 100% yet. I think second, a great strategy for it is that I will allocate half an hour every single day regarding your emotional recovery. So that means that you allocate 23 hours and a half, 23 hours, 23 hours and 30 minutes on doing the right thing. And 30 minutes you can be releasing the emotions that potentially was triggered of the experience or circumstances that came into your life. So that means that successful people keep moving forward no matter what kind of emotions is hit. But I didn't thought that it would be that much to talk about. I think that is a beautiful thing, and I think that one of the beautiful things about really people who succeed, one of the separators are willingness to get better, willingness to improve, willingness to put effort, willingness to make things happen, a willingness to go through the things. So there's everything is about that willingness to really find a way, willingness to develop this resourcefulness. There's so much is just into one word, willingness. And tomorrow I will focus on really how you can really see that someone is on the path of failure, on the path, and that path leads to failing. Because sometimes you can really look into a person, the way how they do things, you can really understand that they are, if they will not change the path or the course, they are going to fail. And tomorrow we'll discuss that. But today, I just shared only what kind of things we can look at on the person. It's like, will this person will succeed? And when you look into those five things, six things, you know that those things will separate people, successful people, and people who do not succeed, or maybe succeed but much slower. Because again, sometimes people could achieve success within 20 years, other person could within 50 years, and why not have extra 30 years of successful life with results that you're proud of rather than waiting extra 30 years? And I think that's extremely important. So I hope you choose to win and see you tomorrow.